Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are back doing a best of one Bloomburrow draft. Let's see, we've got Salvation Swan here, 4 mana, 3/3, Flash Flyer. When it or another bird you control enters, exile up to one target creature you control without flying, return to the battlefield under its control with flying. Alright, so we could go for the birds deck, or we could take this Hunter's Talent. This is pretty cheap removal. This does have flash too, so you can flash block with it. That is pretty legitimate. But Hunter's Talent's pretty amazing. Come in, removal spell, and then the levels just are all amazing. Tons of value to be gleaned from that. Also removal in here too with that. I think I will take the rare. It's the most interesting. Haven't played the bird deck yet, so all right. Well, immediately past bird. This one is pretty sweet too. Other options in here. A rabbit card. Lurker is more of the frog deck. Let's see, Blink. This is the draw with the gift thing, and that's for the rat deck. All right, well, I can take the Night Fisher. Seems like a pretty good card for blue-white birds. I mean, the nice thing about birds is you want to supplement with ground cards, so it doesn't all have to be birds. Parting Gust is some removal. We could take that. Otherwise, we have this Mouse Soldier that can blow up artifacts and enchantments. That's pretty good. Bravekin Duo is not amazing. This is more for otter value rather. I think we'll just take Parting Gust. Pretty good removal, and you can protect your cards with it as well. Well, we could take another one, or we could take this Shrike Force. It's a pretty good bird. Another bird here. I don't know, this is for a bat. Never mind. It's for the bat deck. Probably just take another Gust, I'm guessing. I mean, Double Strike, Vigilant, that's a lot of abilities tied into one. And it is a pretty solid looking 3-drop. All right, let's take the Force. Let's diversify here. Going for birds. All right, well, this is a bat bird. It's a pretty sweet one. Plus, getting 2-drop birds, I imagine, is pretty difficult. Otherwise, we could take Sonar Strike, but I feel like the life gain is kind of a big deal. Calamitous Tide seems fine, but yeah, we'll take the duo. It's more for the bat deck, but it seems perfectly fine with birds. All right, we could take Banishing Light now, get some removal. Otherwise, more birds. Just currently don't really need that one. I think a Banishing Light seems fitting here. Deal with some threats, albeit at a slightly clunky cost. Deals with everything though, which is nice. All right, could take the Elder. It's not bad, but this seems like an easy kidnap. Great card. If you don't kit, I mean, you don't gift. You wait 3 turns, you get their best creature. You do gift, you get their best creature untapped right away. Pretty amazing. I mean, untap the next turn if it is tapped, but whatever. Still very good. Yeah, let's take Kidnap here. Is it a rare too? Yeah, it's a rare. All right. All right. Dazzling Denial, some counterspell action here, but I would say it makes sense in a bird deck. Makes the Flash Flyer much better too. There's Pileated Provisioner, which is also a bird, but yeah, Dazzling Denial to me just makes sense. All right, we could take the Pawn Prophet here. It's our first non-flyer. It draws, it is double blue in a deck that has double white, but it actually works well with Parting Guests too. I mean, it seems fine. It has synergy enough with Salvation Swan if you really want to give it flying. Actually, exiling it, returning it, that's actually really good synergy. Don't need Rabbit Response. I could take the Mascot as just another 2-drop that kind of fixes. It's a bird. To me, it kind of makes sense. I feel like we're going to have plenty of expensive stuff, and having a 2-drop bird that synergizes with Night Fisher, I think is pretty good. And with Swan too. We'll just cut the white card. I really doubt I end up playing it, but just in case. All right. The Warden probably makes sense in here. It's a non-flyer, but it's probably fine. I doubt we're gonna play that. All right, trainer. So it's a 2-drop 1/2. It's offspring 4. Look at the top 4. Reveal a non-creature non-land card. Put it in your hand. All right, so you can get spells from it. You can get 2 of them. That's not bad. What's this mentor do? Yeah, this kind of... Oh, control without flying. All right. I mean, it's still pretty good. Otherwise, banishing light, more removal, but... Probably just take the Lord. Kind of makes sense. We are going to need some more non-flyers, unfortunately. I only say unfortunately because we're rocking a lot of flyers right now and not that many non-flyers, but that's okay. Let's take the mentor. All right, Swordmaster, 1 mana 1/2. It's got offspring. Gets bigger when it becomes a target of a spell or ability. We've got the Lurker, 3 mana 2/3. We already saw this. Makes something unblockable. Not a bird. So a bit of a miss here. Could take the 1-drop 1/2. We just don't have stuff that targets right now. This has ward. You can get into the battlefield effects again, I guess. Maybe Lurker makes sense. I mean, this gives you 2 bodies for 3 mana. Maybe that's better in this deck, but we're just not going to have anything to target it with. That's the problem. All right, we'll do the Lurker. All right, Star Charter. 4 mana 3/1. If you gained or lost life, look at top 4. You can get a creature, put it in your hand. That's pretty nice. Otherwise, Dire Downdraft is some removal. Another bird here we could take. It's a non-flying bird. Yeah, I mean, we have the Life Creed duo. That is just straight synergy, so we probably just take it. Taking another flyer, but that's okay. Or we could take the Nettle Guard and get more 2-drops. I'm fine with that too, but this card actually seems strong if we pick up another Life Creed duo or way to gain life. All right, could take another Night Fisher. I'm sure our bird count is pretty solid. Yeah, we're at 5. Otherwise, I could take another Dazzling Denial, but it's possible we could wheel it, I think. And Night Fisher and multiples seems good. So, I mean, we could bring some things back with Dewdrop Cure, but I might just take a Dazzling Denial now. Keeping busy on turn 2 when you're mostly 3+ is probably pretty good. So another Warden, Wishing Well. Put a coin counter on it. When you do, cast an instant or sorcery from your graveyard. If that spell, okay. Well, we don't have that many instant sorceries, do we? Just 3. Could play the Surveil land. Could play another Warden for more flyers. Or you could play the Bell to stay busy early. Maybe I'll just play the Bell because it works well with the counter spells. You can keep that mana up. I kind of like this card, but this isn't the optimal deck for it. Could just take the Nettle Guard. I like this card. Even if you don't have spells or abilities that can target it. 2-drop 3 power, blocks reasonably well, can blow up artifacts and enchantments. It's pretty good. I think Splash Portal is good too, but I'd rather have the cheap creatures that... I mean, this one is good, even without the Valiant. I don't think we really have Otters, do we? No. So this is Divination, which is not that great and probably unnecessary in here. Could just take the Flying Vigilance thing. I mean, it's fine. Probably not good enough for the deck, but we can cut it. All right, I maybe just would prefer to have the Harvester, or maybe just take a Lily Pad Village since we're primarily creatures anyway. And we can Surveil. Yeah, if we're getting flooded. Could be good enough. Runaway Together. Yeah. Reasonable card. Okay. Could take the... Maybe we take the removal here. Sure. All right, got the denial back. I think I'll take a third denial or the crier. I mean, loot effect is not bad either, and it gives us another non-flyer. All right, I think that's fine. We already have 2 denials. Mockingbird, well, we got another bird. You may have it enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it, except it's a bird in addition. All right, and it is flying, that's sweet. We've got another one, can give hexproof. This is great, it's got flash too, really nice for the deck. Chance we will it seems low, but we're not going to wheel both either. We good, maybe decent chance we wheel the Nettle Guard. We wheeled the last one, but easy Mockingbird here. Just because, I don't know. I feel like making a copy of some of these things is incredibly strong. It's any creature in the battlefield, so I could see the argument for taking the escort there, but all right, counter a creature spell. Otherwise, you can counter any spell, or we could take another Pawn Prophet. There's an Elder in here. Probably take the Prophet. Start to get pretty heavy blue. Oh, never mind. We take Shrike Force. Yeah. More double strike. Dawnstruce. You and permanents you control gain hexproof if the gift is promised. All right, you can make them indestructible too. Not bad. Metal is a combat trick. Host is for something. Could just take another. Probably just take a second. Banishing Light. Seems fine. Another chance to get the Swordmaster. Another chance to get another Parting Gust. I think I'm actually going to take another Nettle Guard. It's just another cheap attacker blocker. Comes down early, blows up. Just blowing up artifacts and enchantments, I think, is very useful. I think there's a decent argument to take the Parting Gust since we already have a good creature count. But it's also a non-flyer, which is good in this deck for getting additional flyer value. So I could take the Provisioner. I probably don't need a second Bell. I'm kind of good on expensive stuff, I feel like. Maybe. Second Bell doesn't seem great. All right, we'll take one Provisioner. All right, what do you do? Whenever one or more other rabbits, bats, birds, and or mice you control enter scry. Oh, and that's just a Lord, 2-drop Lord for your birds. Yeah, that seems like I mean, and for the mice too. And it's everything in the deck at this point. This buff seems amazing for us, and it's a 2-drop. It's like just what we want. Another chance to get an Elder. It is a 2-drop 2/2. It's probably playable. Or we take Shore Up as some combat trick protection, or we could do another. I probably don't need the Elder. I think we have enough cheap stuff, although I don't really want to do this card. Maybe I'll just take a Shore Up just in case I need it. Another Mentor. I mean, that's pretty excellent. I don't need any of this. I guess technically I could play the Assailant. I doubt that happens. Duo technically on color. Don't need it. Another Witness. Probably don't need it. Runaway Together. Probably don't need them. Didn't get that Nettle Guard back. Or maybe we still have a chance at it. Nope, got a Guard Mouse. All right. You know, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. This is probably like a 4-drop a lot of the time, I imagine. We have to 9 cuts too. Wow. Let's cut the Runaways together because we already have. I can actually see the mascot being decent in here because it is a bird, which it's a non-flying bird too, so it kind of works with Mentor. Just as a creature to buff. And then with Swan, it's also a bird. So it comes in and gains flying. It's not bad. So how many ways do we have to gain life here? I believe we basically just have life greed duo, so I could see cutting the star charter. Only having one way to gain life is probably not good enough, and it's not a bird. Provisioner is probably fine, so is the Night Fisher. I don't think we're too clunky, and our removal is actually pretty good. We probably cut the Witnesses. I mean, they have Vigilance, but can just lower our curve. Still have plenty to do. So this lets us blink. So blinking in this deck is not bad with flyers or birds. It's not even terrible with Mockingbird if there's something else you want to copy. It's decent with Night Fisher. Decent with Provisioner. It's actually, all in all, not that bad. So I need to make 4 cuts. And 3 could probably be creatures. I could cut the Warden. It's just 3. It's not bad though. But yeah, it's not bad. Could see cutting it. I think I like the Lurker more, but it's nice to have 2 frogs too. Could cut the Crier, I guess. I kind of like having a Looter though too. Does buff frogs? Probably not, right? Not frogs. Everything else though. I'm thinking about cutting this Bell. Just because we kind of have the mascot to fix. We're running 17 lands, so probably don't need it. It does make more hands keepable, but we're looking for cuts right now, so it feels like something to put on the chopping block. And then I can cut 3 creatures. So I could actually cut the Lurker and the Warden. Leaves me with surprisingly, kind of surprised how few flyers I have, but So if I cut these 2 3-drops, it helps cut the curve down a little bit. And then I just need to make 1 more cut. And it technically could be a creature. And the weakest creature is probably, it could be the Mascot. Mascot has the most synergy with Swan, and it randomly can get buffed by Mentor, but it is a bird for Night Fisher too. That is kind of important, because how many birds do we have? Oh, we have 10. Never mind, we're fine. And this doesn't even get included in that because it's Changeling. I think, right? Yeah. So we're fine, I guess, cutting that. It does get buffed from Quest Caller, which is nice. And it fixes the mana. It could be mana fixing we need. We have a lot of double blue, don't we? Yeah, it's not that bad, I guess. Well, I don't know how good this deck is, but we're going to find out. We'll run it like this, and we'll see you in round 1. All right, well, round 1, it looks fine to me. Crier's, I was going to say probably going to ditch an island, but, I mean, we need to get to 5 mana in this hand. And it's a no choice loot. Well, that's all right. I guess we can ditch an island. Maybe find our second white. All right. All right, so we'll ditch an island. All right, that's not bad. I guess I don't need to block the charger here, because that leaves me a ground thing, and then Shrike Force can keep the charger back, so It's probably fine. Although this does turn on their lizards. But they would have had their lizard turned on anyway, so. So I can take out the 3/3. But I think we just play Strike Force and say go. He's got menace too. It's really good. So if they attack with barter, I could double block. They actually didn't, which is surprising. Very surprising. So we could Banishing Light, but this ramps them too. I think I'm just gonna the Strike Force here. I think I'm just gonna drop the Nettle Guard and pass. Means I may have to take a hit from the barter, but that's all right. All right, well, we're really doing it here. Really doing it. Do I buff the Crier? I mean, having all these 2 and 3 ones is a little awkward. I guess I'll buff the Crier. Get in. Next turn we can play 2 Banishing Lights too. That's pretty nice. I mean, at this point, I'm willing to just Banishing Light the barter and the collector and just smash in. Because they're playing pretty timidly here. Oh, another Strike Force? Well. And now I think we just Banishing Light the collector. I'm okay getting in there. Because we're going to follow up with another Strike Force anyway. This turns off their lizards. I don't even think they're a lizard deck though, but... I mean, you got to attack with the barter. The fact that they're not is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, now they're just... We don't have any creatures without flying. That's funny. Yeah, I guess could take out the Flamecaller, could take out the Menace. I mean, they're not even attacking. It makes me not want to use anything. Especially given that they're dead next turn. I think I just wait. I know it seems crazy, but they're just simply not attacking here. Yeah, they just feel like they really were way too timid that game. All right, we'll see you for the next one. This hand is fine. We actually don't have blue mana for Dazzling Denial, which is pretty awkward, but that's all right. We have a turn 2 Quest Caller, and this is one of our better ones, so especially on turn 2. There we go. All right, so now we can protect it, hopefully. That's that's funny. All right, we'll pass, I guess. Leave up Dazzling Denial here. I guess I counter that. Uh-oh. I think I'm just gonna, I feel like I just killed their lord. I don't love it, but lets me beat in, turns off their scry. Ah, there we go. So let's start with that first. So we can go village, force, scry. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. I guess I can surveil 2, even though I'm keeping the mentor. Dump that plains. They have mana. I'm just gonna be cautious. This quest caller seems quite good right now. You know, and the fact that they kept their 1/1 back, maybe it was no reason to do that, but that's okay. All right. So we can go mentor. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let me go land. Guess we can still do this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can exile the mentor to buff my quest caller more. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I'll do this first. Oh, I guess this doesn't really work, does it? Well, because it's only without flying, so I can do the quest caller, I guess. I'm just gonna do this one first. It could have 4 damage removal spell here. We can't do anything about it, so it's okay. I wouldn't have even been able to exile it with the swan. All right, it's still a trade. I'm okay with that. Get a 2 for 1. All right. So now we can get in with both. And if they try and kill the quest caller, we can protect it with the swan, which is pretty great. I see. So they're gonna double block the quest caller. Okay, well, I can't protect the mentor, but I can protect the quest caller. So we'll do that. Still leaving the thing on top here. And then we'll surveil, dump land. Well, this lily pad village is doing some work. All right. So we can just kidnap the enter the battlefield under your control. I don't think it's gonna work, and it's double blue anyway. I was thinking if I steal the strike force, but I kind of want to steal the strike force anyway, but I'm actually just going to attack with the swan. I mean, we're still kind of in much better position, I think, if I just do it like this. We just need to steal something bigger. All right. All right. Can't protect it. All right, I guess we can, yeah, I guess we actually steal the Shrike Force, I think. Or would I rather just exile it? No, it makes way more sense to steal it. All right, because, yeah. I'm actually going to, I'm just going to steal it. They get an extra card, but we get to attack with a big double striker. I can't use this, right? Okay, it didn't enter the battlefield. Got it. Oh wait, if I'd played the island, could I have? I think I could have. All right. Not a huge deal. They don't really have great block anyway, I don't think. Oh, there's our own light creep duo. Well, let's do this first. No, I don't think we're gonna be able to. I don't think we're gonna be able to counter. We'll play land. We'll use this. Dump these. And then we can, let's see. I don't really want to use Banishing Light on the Cleric. I'm still getting in for a turn. And I feel like I'm the one that's getting more card advantage than them right now, so I'll wait. Okay, so we can exile that because they have quite a few creatures potentially to get back. Is it less than though? Lesser mana value, so they really don't even have one, but it's all right. Because the smallest they have in there is 3, right? It's any just creature, and it's only with flying. All right. Provisioner. We don't have any non-flyers, which is kind of funny. So, but we still probably just play it. So we'll play Provisioner. I guess I can attack with Strike Force first. Can they kill it? First, should I kill this? Yeah, they can't even kill it. And we're just creaming them on this Scry Surveil battle right now. I mean, I copy Quest Caller, and that's pretty nasty. Well, I guess I can't copy it anymore. All right, so what's the best one to copy? I have the Banishing Light too. Probably the Wix Patrol, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. And then kill their Moonrise Cleric, I suppose. They still don't have any little creatures to bring back. All right. When it enters, hopefully, yeah. So yeah, I think we actually kill the Cleric. And then I get in with these two. I mean, we get both of these. It's pretty strong. Oh, they actually get it back? Wow, that worked out pretty well. Yes. Yeah, we just need to get in here. Just jumping. And then we'll do Nettle Guard. And Village. No. Guess rats, not mice. Nettle Guard for their Wix Patrol is a good trade, so I'm fine with it. Oh. I see. Oh, that worked out decently well for them. Didn't even work out that well, I guess. Oh, there's a good draw. Yeah, I guess I can keep both of those. All right. Well, stole that game. That was a Lily Pad Village game for sure. And, well, and the Lord effect, the dude too. Valley Quest Scholar for sure, but this village did a lot of work. All right, we'll see for the next one. Yeah, I mean, we can keep this for sure. We just, need one of our non-flyers to actually take advantage of this Mentor and Swan. These two don't even synergize that well together, do they? Because you already want to put the counter on something, but whatever. It's all right. Oh, great draw there. Really a phenomenal draw. Well, our turn's going to be good. Leave up Swan and Denial. I like that. Ooh. Good rip there. All right. So I've got the counter spell here. If we need it. Or the Swan. If they have like a fight spell they want to use on our Nettle Guard or something. Yeah. So we'll just, I can't exile it, so we will just counter, I guess. All right. Hey, I'm all right with that. What's this do? Can't be blocked by creatures. All right. So I can do the Provisioner and pump the guard and pump it again with the Mentor and make a 1/1 fish. So it gets, what's its ultimate power and toughness going to be? 6/7. So they, yeah, it's pretty nasty. I mean, they like kind of have to double block here, and then we're trading our 2-drop for all their stuff and just have an army of flyers. This fish, it's going to go off with the Salvation Swan. Actually, I don't think it works like that, unfortunately, with the tokens. All right, they have reach, but they're actually dead even with the reach. So I think we just attack because they block the Night Fisher and just take 5. This doesn't have reach, right? All right. All right. See you for the next one. This is certainly a keep. Anytime this deck has both colors and a 2-drop, we're probably keeping. I'm sure the #1 complaint from the bird deck is that it's too slow. So this is quite the luxury. Shore Up is actually good with Nettle Guard too. Just on its own. pumping the toughness. This Nettleguard has really played well for a common. I mean, whether I draw the land or not, I wonder if I just keep attacking. No, well, certainly attack now. Let's see, are they going to get the land? Or they just want to draw? No, they wanted the land. Ooh, multicolor. This is not a format where you see that too often. So that's pretty fascinating. Oof, that was a rough draw. I mean, certainly not the worst draw. Like another Night Fisher draw probably would have been the worst, but not hitting on that double blue is tough. Just going hog wild on bells. This is better. I hope this is a 5-color deck, just because that would be so sweet. No. All right, well, Cryer's good. Still not hitting that land, huh? Well, huh. It could be the Night Fisher, I guess. That gives me removal, trick, draw card if I draw blue. How important is the pawn profit? I guess the profit's not really that important. Because if I rip land, I probably want to keep up denial or, you know, banishing light something, depending. Yeah, it's not the worst. All right, got the land. That's good. So I suppose we just play Mentor here. And yeah, buff guard. If I buff the Crier, I could see the argument for buffing the Crier because it would allow me to attack with both, which is true. But I wanted to just get more damage in and keep my board. A million cards in hand, a million mana. You gotta do something here. What are we copying? Sure. I mean, that makes sense. Attacking seems a bit bold. Yeah, I was gonna say. That seems a bit bold. Oh, got our own Mockingbird, huh? Let's see. So I have Dazzling Denial and Shore Up. And a Mockingbird that currently isn't doing that much. I think we're just gonna smash here. I want to see how they block. I could have actually, you know, I wonder if it would have been smarter to just play the Mockingbird copying guard, because it would have been a flying bird, and then we could have copied with Mentor and buffed the guard. That probably would have been better in hindsight. That's all right. Instead, I'm just gonna do this. I've kind of made my bet on that one, which is all right. I still have Dazzling Denial up, and the beauty is it's going to be able to counter anything here. So, because we've got the Mentor, which can basically make it into a 2-mana counter 4, better than Mana Leak right now, which is really nice. Yeah, just counter that. And like I said, now we'll just, I guess, do... Oh, that's nice too. Yeah, now we can do Mentor. That's actually, that worked out really well. Wait, does this one not trigger? Or is it one at a time? I was gonna say. Board wipe or what? Board wipe would certainly make it interesting. I'm not playing anything to 100 mana here. They need to have 2 removal spells. Guess I could have done the Shrike Force, but... Oh. Rabbit response, huh? All right. See you for the next one. I don't think there's any way I could mull a hand that's got the Valley Quest Caller here. This is such an amazing first pick to get for decks just because it allows you to do so many archetypes. That was a great draw there. So turn 2 Quest Caller, turn 3, hopefully. There's a sweet card. It's got menace on it too. It's a strong one. All right. Well, turn 3, we're probably just dropping a Shrike Force because we got to keep our land drops coming. All right. Did not have removal for the Quest Caller, so we'll take that. It was a good draw. Let's do Shrike Force. Yeah, we'll keep that. That's fine. So next turn we can Parting Gust. No attacks. Wow, that was unexpected, but awesome. All right, well, let's get in with the Shrike here. Now we're just hosing them. Yeah, just casually leave up counterspell. Polywallop. I can actually denial that because we have a bird. And they're gifting too? Sweet. Well, I can just shore up here too. That might actually just be better. And I think they did gift, right? No, they didn't gift because it's got Death Touch. But we'll just... I think I'm just going to Parting Gust actually and gift them a fish. This seems like the best to me. Oh, they did gift us. Wait, why did they gift us? They didn't need to do that. Mentor, and then I can leave up, shore up. Kind of like that. I like it, but we want land at this point. Yeah, they're in a tough spot now. We'll take it. See you for the next one. All right, great hand here. Crier into Mentor, into potentially Mockingbird on Mentor. Oh, I think we'll just ditch the shore up. All right. Definitely would like 2 Mentors, but we'll see if we get that luxury. Oh, that's a great card. All right, let's do Crier and probably ditching. Just maybe Provisioner. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure, but we have enough 5-drops in here. Maybe I want this. I want it, but the problem is, even if I buff it with Mentor, I feel like I'm not going to be able to do anything with it, so I guess we just play a Mentor here. Not optimal, but that's all right. I mean, technically Swan makes the best use of mana, but I don't know if Mockingbirding the Swan does anything either. Best use of mana is the Swan. I guess we'll do that. All right. All right, that's actually not bad. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we deny that. Unfortunately, they're going to get they don't get the Offspring. Well, that worked out. Not exactly winning this race, am I? All right. Well, they're going to be able to hit us with their... Oh, well, now they're going to be able to get the last card out of our deck here, but that's all right. Or last card out of our hand, I should say, but that's all right. We've got, I mean, I guess if that's the best play they have, we're looking okay. I don't know what that does, but it's probably pretty amazing. I guess I'll lose 4 life. I'm not going to be able to Mockingbird that, am I? That's too bad, because... Alright, still can't quite... But we can copy the Night Fisher, I guess, so that works out. What do I have to do? Sacks a non-land permanent. Oh, wow. It doesn't have Death Touch though, I guess, so that's good. They have a lot of food though. Effectively at like 13 life. So I guess I have to, geez, sacrifice the swan and the fish, and then they can get in with the viper. Or do I just, so wait, each opponent loses 4 life unless that player's sack for each blight counter. So sack the swan, block the viper. All right. Oof, what an amazing draw. And then we'll pass. I need to stop on their combat though. I want them to pay for that flashback cost. Yeah, so we let that go, and then we give the fish, exile that. Good, 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 good. Wow, beating that viper is pretty nuts. All right, on to the next one. All right, well, I don't love this hand, but we're gonna try it. Kidnap hopefully does something for us. Oof. That's a strong one. All right, well, drew something, I guess. So do this, and then we're gonna steal their veteran, probably. I think I'm gonna let him draw a card too. I want to have it untapped. That's a sweet one. Ramps you too. You get 2 lands off of that? Seems really good. Playful push, perhaps? Be my guess. I guess they just played it for the sake of playing it. Well, the problem is I don't want to. I don't want to exile my veteran because then it becomes their veteran. So I guess I have to actually do this so then I can attack with it. I can kill their mentor. It'll work. So I can chump mentor or double block it. I mean, this thing grows, but this thing's got trample and menace, so I suppose this feels like the bigger problem. Could be worse. All right, let's do the village, the strike force. And then we'll surveil, Mockingbird, and Parting Gust. That's sweet. So do I want the removal first or another Night Fisher? They have one card in hand. Probably the Mockingbird. So we'll chill. This Heaped Harvest seems really good. All right, so yeah, we just land Mockingbird, copying Night Fisher. And then we can get in here. And I guess we'll dump the land. Let's see here. So this has trample. That just has menace. So I can take 3 there, 6. So if I go like this, I take 3, 6. And that has trample too. So I have to block like probably like this. That's not optimal. So kill the duo. Take 6. Yeah, it's probably as good as I got. Oh. For some reason, yeah, it wasn't quite what I thought. Unfortunately, being at 3 is just enough to get us there. Conduct electricity did its job. Well, yeah, I was gonna say, tough one. All right, we'll see for the next one. On the draw, no white mana, but we do have a turn 2 counter, so I think I'm gonna risk it. All right. Nettle Guard would have been good there. I don't mind if they don't play anything. I mean, they're still going to get value off the carrot cake, but I can live with that. They actually didn't sacrifice it, which is a bit odd. Wow. Talk about a bold move. That worked out well for us. All right. We could actually start out with the Nettle Guard, because then our mentor is just going to be able to go off at least. And we go like mentor and a Night Fisher or whatever. Oh, no problem. No problemo. Wait. I could just blow it up. That doesn't make sense though. It doesn't do any good. Because I have another one and then I can blow it up and get it back. Alright, well, we're gonna go with the big boy here then. What do you do? Well, that's pretty sweet. Alright. So no value. Oh wait. I could have Banishing Light their Banishing Light and start buffing my guy. That's alright. We don't need to. Don't need it. Because yeah, we're making fish, baby. Gives another fish. Oh, that was nice. I mean, not like it's busted here, but it's certainly good enough. Because we are beating them up pretty badly. Oh, that's nice. I guess board wipe would be pretty bad. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but it'd be pretty bad. No lifelink, right? No. All right, we're gonna get with everything then. All right, well, this deck, I think, kind of overperformed because it does feel like birds are really struggling. Just the fact that you need, there's multiple issues with birds. They're clunky for the most part. There are cheap birds, but for the most part, they're clunky, they're expensive, and they require you to play non-birds. Birds feel like the perfect like fallback plan. Like if you can't put an archetype together and you've already grabbed some blue and white things that are cheap, you can pivot into birds reasonably well. That's kind of what it feels like. I, however, did not do that and kind of lucked out just getting a bunch of bird hookups, which also makes sense. No one's really playing birds, so you get the hookups, but yeah, it's got some issues. I don't think all of our opponents were playing super optimally. So this is clunky. You can do it without paying its mana cost. That is kind of sweet. Oh, but it's, no, never mind. It's equal to, no, it's just too hard to put this together. This one you have to sacrifice. This is like worse than all the other ones, I feel like. This is expensive and clunky. What does this one do? Into the battlefield effect again. Man, this pack sucks. First picking a rabbit response would be pretty bad. Maybe just take the wishing well. If you first pick it, you can put it together. Just make sure you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal to the number. It's not even equal to or less than. Come on. All right. That'd be a tough one to put together. That might have just been a missed pick. I don't like this rare. Dawn's Truce is not very good. This one is good. This is a sweet rabbit. Potential 1 mana, 3/2 in the right deck. I mean, rabbits, tons of tokens, so. Oh, this Coruscation Mage is amazing for that otter deck. I really like that. Agate Assault's good removal. I'd probably take one of the uncommons. I could see taking the Warren Guard, honestly, but this Coruscation Mage looks pretty amazing. Granted, it takes a little while to set up, but I don't know. I liked the otter deck. I think I would take the Mage. This Valley Might Caller is very good. 1 mana, 1/1 trample, and it just keeps getting bigger. And like I said, these are the best rares to get. The ones that work with frog, rabbits, raccoons, and squirrels, because you can pivot kind of early, still make it work. So yeah, these are the best cards. The ones that are the multi-tribe cards are the ticket to this format. Paw Patch, Recruit, trample whenever a creature you control becomes a target of spell or ability. An opponent controls, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control other than that creature. Huh. That's interesting. With Offspring too, that's pretty sweet. So they target something and then another creature you control gets a counter. Huh. Okay. Or the Mentor. That's a cool one. That is fun. It's clunky, but 3/5 Flying Vigilance is a beater. And Hunter's Talent's amazing too, but this is an amazing card for 1 mana. And the fact that it scales if you draw it on turn 3 or whatever, or have another 1/2 drop to play instead. Yeah, it's amazing. Easy recruit. I kind of like this Artist Talent, but it is a bit of a do nothing. What's this Herbalist do? 3 mana, 1/4. Whenever you attack, Target creature you control gets +1/+0 on down turn. If it's a token, it also gains Death Touch. It's kind of cool for Rabbit. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, all right. I could see taking the Herbalist there. I mean, it alone attacks as a 3-mana 2/4, which is not great, not terrible, but allowing you to play this on turn 3 and attack with something else to immediately get a buff is actually very good, especially with all the tokens that rabbits run. Innkeeper's Talent. Beginning of combat on your turn, put a counter on a creature you control. Okay. Permanents you control with counters on them at board. If you would put one or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many of each of those kinds of counters on that. And that's a great card. Yep. Easy one. Take it over Hunger. Feathered Flight does seem fun. It's a good card too. But easy Innkeeper's Talent, I would say. All right. That's cool. You can only do it as a sorcery, but 4-mana 4/4 reach with upside that you can use the ability multiple times a turn. And you can do it after attacks too, to untap it and make it bigger. It's kind of sweet. Spark Shooter's good. Yeah, I'd say the Mentor seems correct. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.